In this video, we're going to go through the how is the solubility of a compound determined lab. So we're going to start with our ammonium chloride at 0 degrees. So if you'll find that on your data table, we're going to start by adding large amounts until we see a precipitate, or we see that nothing, right? So here we saw that this did not dissolve. And so we're going to undo and we'll start again. And this time I'm going to go with a smaller amount. I'm going to add a smaller amount this time. Okay, so I still need an even smaller amount. All right, so at 31 grams, it did not dissolve. So I want the last amount that did dissolve, which was 30 grams. So we're going to record on our data table 30 grams for ammonium chloride at 0 degrees. Next, we're going to increase our temperature and start again. So we're going to add 25 until I see it not dissolve anymore. All right, so then we'll back up and we'll add a smaller amount. We'll add some more, which was too much, so we'll back out again. This time we'll add by 1 gram. All right, so again, our maximum amount dissolved is 38 grams. All right, next we'll increase to 60 degrees, do the same thing. All right, so that was too much. Undo. Still, that was too much. We'll undo it. All right, and so again, 56 grams was our maximum amount dissolved at 60 degrees. Next, we'll increase our temperature to 100. Now we can tell by our data that it should be greater than 56. So I know I can definitely put in 50 here. I'm gonna go ahead, and since I know it's gonna be greater than 56, I'm gonna go ahead down here to 10 grams, add by 10. All right, so 80 was too much, so now we're gonna go by 1 gram. All right, so 79 is too much, so that makes it 78 grams dissolved. All right, next we're gonna switch over to barium hydroxide, and again, 0 degrees, and start again. Starting with 25. Too much already. So then we'll go down to 10. It's already too much. This is not very soluble. Let's go by 1. All right, so 3 grams was the most that would dissolve. All right, we'll increase our temperature to 20. Again, I know it's going to be more, but it's not very much, so we're going to go with ones. All right, so 6 was too much, so 5 grams is our maximum amount that will dissolve to be saturated. So next we'll increase our temperature to 60 degrees. Now I know this is going to increase as we can see. So let's try 10. All right, so now I'm going to go to 1. So I don't think it's going to increase by much more. All right, so 23 was too much, so it'll be 22 grams. That was a really large increase. All right, so we're going to increase then to 100. This also may be a large increase, so let's see, let's start with 25. All right, and then let's do 10. That was too much, so we'll back off. 103 was too much, so that makes it 102 grams is our maximum amount to dissolve. So next we'll move on to copper to sulfate and 0 degrees. We'll again add by large amounts first. Too much. Try 10. All right, we'll try 10 more. All right. Then we'll go to 1 since 25 is too much. I know that I can't do a 10 more. All right, so that makes it 24 grams. Record that. Next, we'll move on to 20 degrees. We know it's going to be more than our 24 grams, so start with 25. We'll try 25 more. That's too much. Let's do it by tens. That's already too much, so by ones. All right, so that makes it 33 grams that will dissolve at 20 degrees. We'll go up to 60 degrees. Again, we'll start with our large amounts of 25. All right, so 75 is too much. Let's try by tens. All right, that's too much. So we'll try by ones. All right, so 62 grams is what will dissolve for copper 2 sulfate at 60 degrees. Next, we'll move on to 100 degrees. We'll again start with 25s. All right, 125 is too much. So we'll go down to tens. All right, 120 is too much. So we'll go to ones. All right, so then 115 grams will be our maximum amount copper 2 sulfate at 100 degrees. Next, we'll change over to potassium chloride and 0 degrees. Again, we'll start with 25 grams. All right, so 50 is too much. 35 is too much. So by ones then. All right, so 29 grams of potassium chloride will dissolve at 0 degrees Celsius. We'll increase the temperature to 20. Again, we'll start with 25. Let's try 25 more. Too much. So let's try by tens. Too much. Now by ones. All right, so 35 grams it is at 20 degrees. We'll increase the temperature now to 60. Try a 25. And 25 more. That's too much. Let's try 10 more. So 55 is too much. Do it by ones. All right, so then 47 grams it is at 60 degrees. Next, let's increase the temperature to 100. We'll try 25. All right, 75 is too much. So now we'll go by tens. 60 is too much. So we'll do by ones. All right, so 57 grams at 100 degrees. Now, finally, we're going to do sodium nitrate. We'll start with 0. We're going to start with 25 grams, 25 more. All right, 75 is too much. Let's see what 60 is. All right, so we do 75 is too much. It's got to be between 70 and 75. All right, so 74 grams it is. We'll increase the temperature now to 20, again by 25. All right, so 100 is too much. Let's go by tens. 95 is too much, so let's go by ones. All right, so 89 grams is the maximum amount that will dissolve. Next up is 60 degrees. Start with 25. Since it increased, I'm pretty sure it's going to be higher than 89. So we can add 25 more. And then we'll do here up to 100. Let's see what happens to 125. All right, that's too much. So let's try 110, 120. All right, so let's go by ones. So we knew 125 was too much. All right, so 123 at 60 degrees is what will dissolve. Finally, we'll go to 100 degrees. We'll start with 25. Since our trend is increasing, then we're going to go 25s at least to 125. All right, let's try 150, 175, 200. All right, that's too much. Let's try by tens, 185. That's too much. Let's go by ones. All right, so 181 grams of sodium nitrate will dissolve at 100 degrees. All right, now you have all your data. You can now complete the results and conclusion sections of the lab.